Today, I'm going to show you something that's a little close to my heart. My wood grain hating, loving heart. Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to get rid of that ugly wood grain in furniture or on your kitchen cabinets. So this foray into getting rid of grain came because I hated the look of that 80s, 90s oak kitchen cabinets. And when we decided to repaint, our kitchen cabinets used to be like that. And I didn't want to wait around for us to remodel our kitchen before I painted them. But I didn't want all that thick grain. So I went on a crusade to learn how to do it, and I've been doing it ever since and thought I would share that with you today. So a couple things that you're going to need. You're going to need a putty knife. This is my 5-inch putty knife. I have many of them. You can use one bigger or smaller. I recommend this size or smaller. And I will put a list of all of the supplies either in the description of this post or in the description of the video. You're going to want a stir stick. You're going to want some sandpaper that is 150 grit or less. I ran out of mine, so I'm improvising. A sanding block of 400 grit sandpaper. And the most important product of all, Fama wood filler. This is great because it's low odor, it's water-based, and it goes on really smooth for the project that we are going to do. And you can get this on Amazon. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera down so you can see the surface of the table before I start showing you what to do. So you can see better, and we'll see you on the other side. Okay, so this is a piece I'm working on for a client, and it came to me with a veneer on top, and that veneer was buckling and it was broken in some places, and I think I will probably re-veneer it, but it's important that before you re-veneer something, hi Corey, that you make sure that your surface is smooth beforehand. I could also choose not to veneer this because I'm going to make it smooth enough that you probably won't need it. So it kind of just depends on the look you're going for. This one I'm doing in lacquer, and so I want it to be super modern, and I think the best way to get that is to use a veneer. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But okay, so I stripped off the veneer using my good old putty knife. And then I took my orbital sander at 150 grit and removed any excess pieces of veneer or bumps or glue, whatever was on there before. And you can see that I've gone over this once already, but a lot of times, especially older furniture, will have all these little tiny holes. And I know I can't move my phone to let you see this, but they're little tiny, and they're little worm holes that used to be in the wood, before they harvest it. So a lot of times they'll use veneer to cover that up. I went through and already did my wood filler once on this, but I'm going to go back and do it again because some of the holes are really deep, and it's going to take 1 or 2 tries to get that filler in there so it will stay put. So, okay, so you're going to want to clean it off. Make sure it's cleaned off of any dust. I use a mineral spirit to get any excess dust off, and you're just going to take... So, and this grain is quite beautiful, actually. I'm not super concerned about it, but if this were oak, I would not like it at all. So all you're gonna have, and I put over a piece, I was just testing a patch of chalk paint here, so just ignore that. So all you're basically going to do, I get a little, I'm going to move here for a second. I use some of these, I have a ton of these little popsicle sticks that I get from Home Depot. And I'm just going to take some of this putty, and you're going to want to work in sections. So let's work on a section that you can see here. Like right here, again, you can't see it really well, but there are lots and lots of like little divots, and the grain is pretty unsmooth. So I'm just going to put it on like I would peanut butter. And, okay, again, just work in a small section. And this stuff spreads pretty good. It also comes in colors. This is a natural finish, and it will clear, it will dry this color, but it's paintable. So I mean, you can get a white color if you wanted to, but I'm going to paint over it, so it's really not necessary. You're just going to take your putty knife, and you're going to put it at a 45-degree angle, and you're just going to pull back on it. Okay. And you're going to have a lot of excess. I'll put that back in my jar here. Okay. And usually there's a tip on your putty knife that's flat, and then one that's kind of beveled. You want to use the flat side. This is the flat side. So I'm going to wipe off the excess here. Go back, like that. And then I like to go back again and cross hatch it. So that means this time I'm going to go this way. Okay. I'm going to wipe off any excess. Wipe that off. I'm going to go back and look. Now, that's looking pretty good. This takes about a half an hour to 45 minutes to dry, again, based on humidity. And if you're not going to be using this again, make sure you seal this because it will dry up. When you're done with this, you're going to go back. I'm going to just do it now because for demonstration purposes, I'm going to have to redo this, but you're going to want to take the thicker, the coarser, this is the coarser sandpaper, and just lightly sand it. And then wipe off excess. Take your 400 grit. Okay, now it's got a little gummy because it's still wet, but you can see, like, I know you guys can't see, but I can see all of the little holes that it filled in, okay? When, again, this completely dries and you're done doing the whole table, again, take the 400 grit and go over it, and just take your hand and go back over this to make sure it feels like a baby's butt, super smooth. And then, you know, look for little imperfections where you may have missed, like there's some over here that I didn't get on the first pass, and fill those in. Once you have sanded, again, take a lint-free rag and wipe any excess dirt off, and then you're ready to paint. Again, it's wood filler, it's made from wood, so you're gonna need, if you're using latex, which I hope you don't, you wanna make sure you're using a primer. Chalk paint will go on just beautifully over the top of this, and then you're good to go. Okay guys, I hope that was helpful. My camera's shaking a little bit. If you have any questions, as always, you are welcome to email me at revivebyheidi@gmail.com. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram, and of course here on YouTube. So give me a thumbs up and a likes and a subscribe. That would really be fabulous, so you never miss another video on how to upcycle furniture or home decor. All right, guys, thanks and have a great day. Happy painting.